Welcome back, aliens. My name is Navin Reddy, and let's continue with the series on Python. Now, till this point, we have talked about functions, we have talked about recursion, and we have also talked about factorial. Now, in this video, let's combine everything and let's find a factorial of a number with the help of recursion. Now, just to recap what is recursion, it's a function calling itself. So let's say if you have a function a, and if a function calls itself, that's a recursion, right? In fact, we have done that with the help of read function, and then we try to print hello, right? So let's find a factorial here. Now, when you say you want to find a factorial, it's very simple. You will say you will take a result variable, and in that you will be storing a factorial of a number. Time being, let's find a factorial of 5. Maybe you can take the input from the user, that's your choice. And now let's print the, let's print the value of result. Okay, that's what we want to do. But then we don't have this function fact, right? Let's define it. So the way you define a function is by saying def, and then you mention a function name, right? So we'll say fact. Now this fact will take a variable, okay? It will accept a variable, so I will say n, and in this n you will pass a value. So time when we are passing 5, right? Now the thing is, we need to return the value of factorial. Now we know one way of doing it, okay? We have done that before. We have used a for loop, right? So we can start from 1 and we can reach to that point, and then we can multiply the numbers as we have done that. The example for this, it will be 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, right? But in this case, this is not what we want to do. So let's imagine I am fact function, okay? So you are the user and you are saying, hey fact, give me a factorial of 5. So you're talking to me, okay? So I will say, okay, my job is to give you the factorial of 5. So that means I have to say 5 into 4 into 3. Oh, hold on. For that, I have to use a for loop, right? What I will do is I will say, okay, 5 into 4 factorial, because if I can find that, I will give you the value, right? But unfortunately, we still have to find 4 factorial. So what I will do is I will say, so I will take a help of someone. I will say, hey fact, oh, I'm calling myself there. Hey fact, can you give me a factorial of 4? Okay, because so you are asking factorial of 5, right? I'm asking factorial for 4. So I'm calling myself. So I'll say, hey, can you give me a factorial of 4? Oh, factorial of 4, right? It's very simple. So what I can do is I can say 4 into 3 factorial, but I don't know how to find a factorial of 3. So I need help here. Hey, can you give me 3 factorial? Okay, I always do that. So I will say 3 into, so my job is to find 3 into 2 factorial. I don't know what this 2 factorial is. Hey, can you help me with that? Oh, 2 factorial, right? So it's very simple. It's 2 into 1 factorial. Oh, but I don't know what is 1 factorial. Hey, can you help me with that? Oh, hold on. 1 factorial is, oh, for that I have to say 1 into 0 factorial, right? Because we are following the pattern here. Okay, so for that I have to say, oh, I don't know what 0 factorial is. Hey, can you help me with that? Of course, 0 factorial, it's 1. Everyone knows that. Oh, it's 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. Okay. 2 into 1 is 2. Oh. 3 into 2 is 6. Okay. 4 into 6 is 24. Okay, so now we got 4 factorial, which is 24, right? So now my answer is 5 into 24, which is 120. So you got the answer. So if you can see, we got a factorial of 5 and I'm calling myself, right? So there's no for loop here. I'm calling the same function name. So this is called as recursion, and you got the answer, right? So let's implement the same concept here now. So what I will do is I'm calling myself, right? But if you can observe here, what I'm doing is I'm simply saying, I want to return the value by saying 5 into 4 factorial. But hold on, we cannot simply use a number here, right? So 5 is n, right? So I will say n into, but I have to also find the factorial of 4, right? So I will say fact of. Now when you say you want to find 5 into 4 factorial, later you will say 4 into 3 factorial. That means it is always 1 less than the n, right? So you will say n minus 1, right? So I have to find n into a fact of n minus 1. But we have an issue here because we are calling itself, right? So there should be some limit. In that case, what you will do is you will first check if the number is 0, because if you remember, the top one is, so the moment you say 0, if n is equal to 0, in that case, you will simply return 1, because we all know the factorial of 0 is 1, right? So this is how you do it. So it's so simple, right? There's not a lot of code here. And let's run this code, and you can see we got the output, which is 120. So that's how you find a factorial of a number. So with the help of recursion, you can do a lot of stuff. Okay, there's just one example. So in some of the videos, we'll talk more about recursion, what else we can do, or you can try with different examples here. So let me know in the comment section if you're enjoying this series. So do subscribe the channel for further videos. Bye-bye.